So one of the main goals that I have with this channel is to actually stay consistent and post at least a video a day, and also for me to actually improve my communication skills in a way. If it does, that's good. So that's one of the reasons why I wanted to speak about consistency today, because that's one of the things I do struggle with myself, and I think most people also do struggle with that. You know, it's not the most easiest thing to do, and it's quite hard. Most people just you know do something for like a week, or like do it for like maybe 20 days or like a month, but that's about it, right? For like the most average people, that's where people actually quit doing what they're doing, and yeah, that's kind of what I call as motivation. I don't call that discipline, because the thing that was pushing you for like a month was not discipline, because I don't know. You may call it discipline, but I would just call it motivation, because I feel like for like a month it's pretty easy to be consistent with a thing. For people, maybe for some people it's not that easy. For usually the average people, it's pretty okay. If you have a plan to actually stay consistent for like a month, and after like a month it gets pretty hard. Because I've been there, with dieting and stuff. So I do it for like a month, but then after a month, like excuses is like it's so strong. So you kind of give into those excuses, and which makes things pretty tough, which makes things really hard to be consistent. And so that's what the goal is with this channel. I'm kind of a really not that really I'm kind of on the lazy side. So as you can see with the production of this video, and it's pretty bad. So but the thing is, like, the goal for me is to like just stay consistent no matter what the quality of the video is. Just, it's not that I'm gonna make something pretty shitty. I could do that, but I think I'm not doing it. I don't know. But the first few videos are probably gonna be pretty bad, because I'm kind of new to speaking as well, to a camera. So it is probably gonna take a lot of time. But eventually, I would say, with consistency, and this will change. And so that's the goal I have with this, to actually stay consistent and post as much as I can for however long. Because one thing with consistency is that if you stay consistent enough to see the reward, it's pretty easy to stay consistent after that. Because once you win, I feel like it's pretty easy to just keep going and keep going. Because you finally see the results of your work. But when you don't see anything, you don't see any progress, especially with YouTube. People, so many people quit after like making 15 videos, because it's like, and they put a lot of effort into their videos, unlike me. They do a lot of like buy like expensive cameras and stuff, and mics and lights, all that sort of stuff, and still after like 15 days, a month, they just quit, and which is pretty sad. But yeah, it is quite hard to just stay relentless, when you don't see the results. And yeah, hopefully I do stay consistent. And there's not much I have given to this channel. It's just my camera, and the camera is pretty bad. But also, I'm just doing this just whatever comes in my mind. I just record a video and just post it. So that's kind of the goal I have. Maybe for like 20 videos, I'll probably keep this kind of thing, where I post videos like this. I'm nowhere in condition to improve the quality of the camera, but hopefully if I stay consistent enough, then I might see the reward. And that's kind of the motivation that people need, maybe, to just do what you're doing along with me, and just try to stay consistent without seeing the reward, because like I said, once you see the reward, it's going to be easy. So all the work that needs to be done is when you don't see any progress, right? That's the same thing with any hard thing you do, or like things that don't make you see, like the progress you made instantly. So try staying consistent like I am, and we'll see how things goes in the future.